A whole bunch of things earlier to you. So I'll talk a little bit. My formal presentation, which is the PowerPoint presentation, and then I've got a couple other things I want to discuss as we go along, or at the end. And as Monty said, I'm Ann Danko and I work for Caltrans. I've been with the state for 32 years Saturday, and will be with Caltrans for 18 years, but in the small business office just for the last 2.5. So total shift in what I've done, and we're trying really hard. I've been trying really hard in the last couple of years to outreach not only to the small businesses but to the primes and try to help everybody find each other to do work. And one of the best things that has happened for us recently is the web pages in our office engineer site. Caltrans, as Bradford talked about, we do use the Department of General Services, their contracts registry. But for us, the most important thing that we use is all of our construction contracts, the big ones, are at our Office of Engineers website. And I'll show you a little bit of the navigation of that website today. And you all have a copy of the presentation, and if you didn't get a copy, let me know. If you came in after I handed them out. And this way, also, you can write your own notes, and hopefully I've put a lot of the websites in. It's been a really hectic couple months for us, and as Bradford said, with the furloughs, we're trying to do the same amount of work with 3 less days a month, plus we aren't able to hire vacant positions. So I'm down to 2 staff members plus gone. And 1 month ago, I became the mother of the bride, so my brain is fried. I'm just getting back to the point where I can remember faces and remember what I'm doing. So, but this is our Office of Engineer website. When you go there, this is what you'll see. And all the contracts that are above $250,000 go on this website. They're also on the Department of General Services websites, which I'll show you that website in a little bit. But the details, the specifics, are all on this website. And so on the left-hand side of this website, all kinds of different things, and I'll talk about 3 or 4 of them. Places to go, different things to find out. But the most important thing is the advertised projects. So you click on advertised projects, and it will come to this page. And we advertise, like Bradford said, check once a week. Monday morning, the projects for that week are uploaded into the system. So there is the week of. So if you've been looking at it regularly, you just go Monday morning, you go into the week of, and that's the new stuff. And then the stuff that was open last week falls into the everything else file. And it falls out the afternoon or the morning after the bid was due. So usually our bids are Tuesdays and Thursdays. And once the bids are due, it comes out of the system. I tell people, if you're new to the system, just go into all advertised projects. All advertised projects are numerically listed by district. So when you get in there, and this takes a long time to load, it's pages and pages and pages. And it starts with 01, that's District 1 for Caltrans, which is Eureka. The local area is District 5. And so for District 5, and that's Santa Barbara County, San Luis Obispo County, Monterey County, Santa Cruz County, and San Benito County. And so basically, truly, the central coast of California. And then when you click in here, you just come to one of these, click on it, and so this is what the actual bid looks like online. In the last year, Caltrans was one of the few agencies a couple years ago when the governor decided he really wanted to put a heavy emphasis on supporting small businesses and disadvantaged businesses. Caltrans hired 12 liaisons, one for each district, to help do this. And so, and that's my job. I'm the local small business liaison. And one of my things I've been doing in talking in places like this is picking the brains of those who are out there looking for things, and then I feed it back to our web designer and say, you know, it would be really helpful if. And when 2 years ago, when we started this whole process, it stopped basically right here. None of this was available. And so we were listening. Primes couldn't find subs, subs couldn't find primes. They're trying to find the list of bid holders was incredibly arduous. So we made it easier. So when you come in, and I'm basically, most of this is for subs. What I tell them is if you see a new job, this was in District 5, Santa Cruz County, Highway 9, which is in the Santa Cruz area. It's actually not much wider than a city street and a very small city street. Post mile 1.8. We're going to put in a retaining wall. And it's going to bid out on April 6th. And it just has a little brief synopsis. But when you want to know what are the individual things that are going to be in that contract, you click on list of bids, and it's basically from the start of the project, how we project all the different things that a contractor is going to encounter. So I tell people, look in there, and if you see something that you normally do, you know that you can potentially be a subcontractor on this. Or for the primes, they look and see, is this what I want to do? So then you back over to the ad again. And if you want to see more specifics, our contracts, plans, and special provisions actually are online. If you want to look at a site map, or if you want to look at the specs. And this is where all the detail of the job lies. And it's not the easiest thing to find. They're all PDF files, and I didn't expand this because it looks Greek almost. But you just click on there and you can get the specs initially, and it tells you when it's going to bid out, the engineer's estimate, and some of the just basic detail. And that's when a lot of people say, oh, I want to bid this, or I don't, or I want to contact someone else. So coming back in here, if you decide that that is a job I want to be a subcontractor in, one of the new things we've added is an opt-in page. And what you do is you go into that page and just fill out a basic information sheet, the contractor's name, the address, the phone number of the person to contact, whether it's a bidder in the office or one of the engineers, their fax number, an email address, and then any one of the certifications that a firm could be. Are they a disadvantaged business, a disabled veteran business, a small business, or the new one, UDBE, is underutilized disadvantaged business, which I'll talk about that in a little bit. And then in this block box, yeah, I know, it's just alphabet. In this box, can you see past my podium? This is where you just quickly synopsize, this is what I can do for the primes. And when the primes go to bid this, or those who pull the bidding documents, they automatically get this information from every contractor who has